Hi, my name is Shahzeb Khan and you're watching the YouTube channel of Pakistan's People-led Disaster Management. Today we are talking about a very serious matter. Pakistan is in a time of severe national crisis. It's going to last for some time and it's just going to get worse as time goes on. We're in the throes of the coronavirus pandemic. It's already infected more than 200,000 and the WHO says the spread here is among the fastest in the world. We're also suffering a severe locust invasion which is causing a massive food crisis in Pakistan. We also face the heightened chance of severe weather because there's a higher incidence of severe weather all across the world. So maybe we could have major flooding in the monsoon season and we could have another severe cyclone season in the Arabian Sea like we saw in 2019, and this time the cyclones could hit our shores and cause major disasters here. So usually when Pakistan is being overwhelmed by calamities, it can expect the outside world to help it out. Like during the 2005 Kashmir earthquake and the 2010 flooding, other countries gave aid, people from outside our borders gave aid, organizations, international community did what they could to help. It didn't solve our problems entirely, but it helped us go a long way in weathering the crisis we were dealing with. This time, however, we cannot rely upon that. That is because the entire world is in a state of monumental crisis right now. The coronavirus is spreading everywhere, in almost every country. It's impacting the richer countries particularly badly. That means they will not be able or will not be willing to give aid, and because every country is affected by the coronavirus, aid will have to be distributed among them all, not just focused on a few countries. The locust crisis is also affecting several countries from East Africa to India. That means aid for locusts swarming has to be distributed to all these countries, not just all given to Pakistan. And of course, many countries are also facing a heightened incidence of extreme weather in 2020. So that's our situation, and that means no one country can expect to receive even a modest amount of international aid. So, certainly not Pakistan. Humanitarian and disaster assistance relies upon the principle of the more fortunate helping the less fortunate, but now everybody is suffering, so it is every country for itself now. Of course, some aid can be given between nations. In fact, we can rely upon China to help us out. China has managed the coronavirus pandemic particularly well. It has really saved itself from uncontrolled spread, and it's doing relatively well compared to other countries. So maybe it can spare some help for us, spare some resources for us to help us in weather our crisis too. And China is also our all-weather friend. That means that it should continue to be our friends during this time of tempests. Also, this is a time of international tensions between China and other countries. Pakistan is one of the few countries sticking with it, so the bond between us and China should only grow right now. Now, it is also very important that the entire world unite and get together. It may be every country for itself, but every country should also cooperate with each other because this is a common crisis affecting every country. The only way we can overcome it is if you all help each other and do what we can to unite and to tackle this in a collective manner. Unfortunately, this is again a polarizing time. There are many tensions breaking out all over the world, including, as mentioned, with China and other countries over China's management of the coronavirus pandemic. The West is accusing China of covering up the pandemic, the early outbreak, allowing the virus to spread to the rest of the world so quickly, and China has fired back, saying the West is mismanaging the virus so much that it's blaming China in order to distract from its own shortcomings. Now, we need to get beyond this if we are to manage the coronavirus pandemic. The West can bring up its issues with China later when we fix the crisis. Right now, let's just work together to solve this. We cannot stop the virus spreading and the locusts from eating all the crops unless all of us get together and help other countries that are being affected. So my message to Pakistan is that it should do what it can to ask its friends for help, but it should also prepare to be entirely on its own and find solutions for itself. And my message to the entire world is, this is a time of unprecedented challenges everywhere. It is a universal crisis and it requires a universal solution. We all have to get together and we all have to unite in order to overcome it.